The Kremlin tells Russians their soldiers are heroes. Professional, well-trained troops fighting in Ukraine. But Western officials say that Russia's running out of men. 70 to 80,000 killed or wounded. The solution? Signing up volunteers. In these videos, volunteers are promised huge sums of money and even plots of land. They're now a common sight on social media. But recruiting is being done in more traditional ways too.
This announcement talks about the creation of 2 new volunteer brigades. It's urging local people here to sign up to fight in Ukraine.
This video, shared by Russian security services, claims a female Ukrainian special services contractor was behind a car bomb attack that killed journalist Daria Dugina on the outskirts of Moscow on Saturday. They say the alleged Ukrainian woman moved to Russia last month and had followed Ms. Dugina in a Mini Cooper. She then escaped to Estonia after the blast. But Ukrainian officials are denying the accusations as propaganda. But Ms. Dugina's killing has also sparked wider speculation. The National Republican Army, an unknown group, is also claiming responsibility for the attack. In a statement read by a former Russian lawmaker and now host of a Ukrainian online news show, the group threatened more attacks on people with connections to the Kremlin.
For the first time in 4 years, the US and South Korea will revive their live-action military drills. This is heightening their preparedness as the North Korean nuclear threat worsens and China steps up its presence around Taiwan. But there's concern that North Korea could use the drills as a pretext to retaliate.
North Korea sees these drills as a rehearsal for an invasion. There is concern it could retaliate. In this recent speech, Kim Jong-un warned they could end in war. They might have the appearance of war, but the US and South Korea insist these drills are defensive, in part a show of strength to convince North Korea never to use its weapons.
We begin in Malaysia, where the top court has upheld a guilty verdict and jail sentence against former Prime Minister Najib Razak. Najib appealed a 2020 conviction for money laundering and corruption and a 12-year prison term. Prosecutors have said $4.5 billion was stolen from the 1MDB fund, which he co-founded. The court charged Najib for illegally receiving $10 million from that fund. He's been on bail since 2018, pending that appeal.
The buses keep coming to New York City and Washington, D.C. At first, hundreds, now thousands of migrants arriving in the Northeast after being sent by the governors of Texas and Arizona.
The need has outstripped our capacity to respond to it.
Calling it a humanitarian crisis, D.C.'s mayor has requested the National Guard. New York City's mayor is also asking the federal government for help. Democrats call the busing a political stunt. Republicans argue it's a last resort as scenes like this unfold at the U.S. southern border. Large groups of migrants crossing, human smugglers cramming 150 people into this 18-wheeler. The Border Patrol says more than 200 dead migrants have been found in just one section of Texas since last October. Nationwide, border apprehensions actually fell 4% from June to July, but overall, this fiscal year has seen the highest number on record.
Singer Taylor Swift, director Steven Spielberg, and France's LVMH billionaire Bernard Arnault and media mogul Vincent Bolloré all came under heavy online criticism this summer for their emissions-heavy trips by private jet. France's transportation minister has taken notice and is calling for regulation in the name of climate equity.
I think we need to act and regulate flights taken in private jets. They're becoming the symbol of a two-tiered system when it comes to effort.
Several ideas are on the table, asking owners to commit to limiting their flights, forcing them to be transparent by publishing their flight itineraries, and imposing taxes and carbon quotas at the European level. All options that France's Green Party says don't go far enough. They point to billionaires like Bolloré, who earlier this summer made 5 flights in a single day.